Hi, I'm Nikki,
Hi, I'm Kat.
and we are Cat and Mouse Astrology. Welcome to the full moon in Virgo. Here it is. Time to get analytical. Time to focus that laser. And
Time to
we're
plant
gonna
some seeds.
plant some seeds. It's full. It's full moon now here. Let's take a look at our chart. Let's see. Got big, bright, full moon with some
Ooh.
red lines here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we've got, of course, the moon is opposite the sun on a full moon, and that's our major line, but it's also opposite Mercury and Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in just a few days, Mercury, Saturn, and the sun will all be conjunct.
Wow.
So, this is the death and the rebirth of Mercury, combust the sun coming out the other side, and the death and the rebirth of Saturn, combust the sun and coming out the other side.
Right. We call that a kazemi,
Yeah, yeah. So, this is
purification.
purification, purification of those things, Saturnine and Mercurial,
That's right.
in the sign of Pisces.
Extra bonus with the full moon shining on it.
And the full moon
That doesn't
shining on it.
always happen with a kazemi.
Right. Yeah. So with this Pluto square Jupiter, or sorry, Mars square Jupiter, not Pluto. Mars is square Jupiter. That's our other big red line.
Mm.
Um, we have an interesting configuration, right?
Mm.
We've got the benefic and the malefic and a hard aspect to each other. Mars may be lending energy towards Jupiter
Okay.
in
Yeah.
a positive sense. Jupiter's expansion may be cut off by Mars.
Mm. Yeah. Like which way is it going to go? It could go both ways depending on who you are, what
Right.
your chart is like.
Exactly. And what corner you're trying to turn.
There are so many possibilities in this world.
There are. There are a lot. So I don't know. This is pretty interesting. There's some things that are building that I
Mhm.
feel in this chart. Go with my guts here. And the bigger thing for me is this black moon.
Uh-huh.
So if we travel forward in time, black moon becomes a is going to be opposite Neptune.
Okay. How far ahead
So
in time? It
yeah,
should
we're
be a couple
moving.
weeks.
Well, it's going to be some time. I'm going to go forward a little bit here and I'll come back again to our thing. Let me go forward a month at a time and show you
Yeah.
what's
Okay.
happening with the black moon in its opposition that's upcoming.
I-
Because it's impacting things now, but it's going to grow in impact. See,
Okay.
as it moves forward, Neptune is pretty stationary. Now we're at
April.
22 and 28,
Oh,
and we
with
take us 20,
Mars opposite too.
yeah.
There you go.
Now
Okay.
26. I think one more month.
Close. 1 month will go too far.
Yeah, that's too
Oh
far.
no,
No,
there
that's
you go, right there.
here. We're right at it.
June. Okay, summer solstice.
Yeah.
Summer
So
solstice, Neptune will be opposite the black moon. And what do you anticipate with that? What's our summer solstice forecast?
well, interesting. I mean, let's take a look at what's building because
Look at
there's
that
this
kite.
nebulous. That's a 29 degree. This is a big deal. It's 29 degrees, the last degree of the last sign, which is this is a profound moment we're building to. It's
Mickey, this
profound.
is my south node. This is my nodes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and very close to the node here.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where it fits, with I don't want to get into the eclipse now because I don't have enough information on it, but look at
Yeah,
the
what's in your
exact
sign?
opposition with this. And it's already Neptune is nebulousness, it's spirituality, it could be drug addiction, it's those things that are already watery and unknown. It's in the
Yeah,
sign that
delusions,
it rules
deceptions.
deceptions, it rules this watery sign, and it's in opposition to what we already don't know.
Or what we're hiding, or what's hiding from us.
or what we don't want to see.
What we don't want to see. Oh, those things we don't want to see.
This, I mean, illusion confronted by what you don't want to see. You know,
Right.
you could have you could be disillusioned
Yeah.
in a very kind of profound way here.
Yeah.
So I look ahead a
Confusing
little bit.
dreams. I feel like confusing dreams will come.
Yeah, confusing dreams, or maybe just a lot of, we're moving into this this time of Pluto in Aquarius, and we've already seen AI with the deep fakes since it has been in there. The deep fakes could just grow and grow and grow, so that by the time we get here to June, it's like nobody knows what's real.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, I mean, they did the deep fakes on Taylor Swift after the.
I don't know what you're talking about with deep fakes. I
Um,
assume it's some weird internet thing.
it's AI used to mimic a voice and a face and then say things. So they had Taylor Swift after the football game. They did
Okay.
a deep fake of her. So it's not
Mhm.
her. That's why they call it a deep fake, because it
Okay.
looks like her, it sounds like her, but it ain't her. And they did a deep fake of Biden. And I'm sure there's been others. Those are just the two that have come up in the news feed that I've been aware of. So this is kind of a something coming in that I thought we might want to take a look forward to, because it's just a few months away. Let me bring us back now.
Okay.
Take us back.
Okay. So like watch out at the summer solstice for disillusionment, deceptions,
Yeah.
clouded dreams.
And again, it's a buildup, because this is not this is not a this isn't a Mars conjunction or a Mercury conjunction where something happens real quick and goes away. This
Right.
is one of those real slow pulling together. And like I said, we're seeing it now. Look at, as Neptune is pulling into, or I should say, Black Moon Lilith is pulling into the opposition with
Right.
Neptune. This is going to build between now and June. And again, my sense is that it's going to build in a way of confusion.
Mhm.
Or, maybe you're writing a book and you haven't figured out the characters yet. I don't know. There's possibilities in our personal life and in the larger world of how this will play out, but
Right.
something to be aware of as we,
Mhm.
head into it.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well. I don't like it.
It's a little weird. Now let's move forward a little bit and look at the conjunction coming up in just days.
Oh, okay, what's that?
So that's these three moving into a conjunction together on the 28th, just a couple days from now. I think I have
Okay.
an unstable internet connection. It's a little funky, but it will move forward.
Sometimes. One more day.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Well, 3 days if Saturn's not moving.
I checked it out. It's the 28th.
Gotta have to be on the 9th, right? Saturn 9. I don't mean the 9th of the
They're
day.
all
I
at
mean the
nine.
9th of
They're,
the
yeah,
zodiac.
all 9 degrees. Everything's at 9 degrees here.
An aviator in the clouds.
What is it? 9? They're all at 9 degrees.
9 Pisces, an aviator in the clouds.
Wow, look at that. An aviator in the clouds. Huh.
That's very like, here we come up on Neptune and the Black Moon. Just be off in the clouds somewhere, not knowing which direction we're going, like
Uh-huh.
diving into the unknown.
Right. And you can
That seems like
see, I mean, there is
delivery depth.
the opposition is already, forming with the moon to Black Moon. Sorry, with this conjunction to Black Moon.
Right. It's already
Um,
forming.
already forming. So we've got an interesting buildup of weirdness. Can I put it that way?
Yeah.
Let me go back to our current time now. The full moon on the
Strange
24th.
days. These are strange days. An
Yeah, let's.
aviator in the clouds. And by the way, the moon, the Virgo moon is a merry-go-round.
Virgo moon at 5,
Yeah.
a merry-go-round. Oh boy, doesn't it feel like that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Interesting. So tell me, what's black moon now at 16 degrees of
16.
Virgo?
A volcanic eruption.
Ah, that's interesting. Yeah. And the reason I say that's interesting is I don't know, I haven't heard anything in the news, and I'm looking forward to listen to Chris Brennan's uh podcast, the astrology podcast coming up in March, because he always goes through what happened, the previous month in the larger world and how it correlates to um, the planetary positions. But we just had Mars ingress over Pluto, and that is often seen as an earthquake, or that was the day that we had the tsunami, was a Pluto Mars conjunction.
Mm.
So there was, I
That
don't
was
know
when
what happened.
Israel was bombing Rafah.
Right, right. So I don't know, how this has impacted everybody, but we did just have these, major conjunctions with Pluto, Venus, Mars, and Mercury all hit Pluto over the last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So we're moving away from that now, but my feeling is that's left us a little impacted. We've been impacted by this a little bit.
Yeah.
Transformed. Yeah, this was transforming. So that's pretty interesting. What do we have? We're now at a different degree point for Pluto. What's 1 degree of Aquarius?
I feel like it's like thunderstorms around wealthy houses, but let me double check. An unexpected thunderstorm.
An unexpected thunderstorm. Mhm. Interesting. Now that's I'm not really sure how that's related to these other things, because Pluto's going to be going through these very slowly. We've got almost 20 years of Pluto in Aquarius, so we're going to
Well,
be hanging out here.
I think an unexpected thunderstorm goes along with Neptune and Pisces opposite the black moon coming up, you know.
Yeah,
Strange times.
yeah, it's very well. What's Mars at 8 degrees of Aquarius? Because that's square our Jupiter.
Okay. The race begins. Intent on outdistancing his rivals, a jockey spurs his horse to great speed.
Huh.
Mars is in a race.
Mars is in a race. And what about 10
Oh,
degrees?
wait. Oh, sorry. That's Pisces. I'm sorry. I was in the wrong sign.
Ah,
Okay. Aquarius, right? 9
Aquarius.
or 8?
8 Aquarius, 8 or 9. It's moving into 9. It's almost at 9.
8 is a flag seen turning into an eagle. And 9 is a popularity that proves to be fleeting.
Interesting.
So
What do
more
you
changing.
I'm
More
sorry?
shape-shifting, changing and shape-shifting.
Shape-shifting. What about 10 Taurus for
Who's at 10 Taurus?
Jupiter, square Mars?
A woman sprinkling flowers.
Interesting. So we've got a positive influence from Jupiter to whatever's going on with Mars.
Yeah.
Transformation is happening with Mars. And obviously that, read those Mars again, because those both reflected transformation.
Yeah. Sorry, Aquarius. I'm struggling with my pages here. A flag seen turning into an eagle.
Yeah. See, we've had this before. That was a prominent point a few
When
months.
Saturn, yeah. Saturn
Right.
went up a while back.
Yeah. So that seems relative. seems related to what we're going through. And it is in the sign of the people. It is transformative. There's some symbology there you could really dig into with the eagle.
And the flag.
Right, and the flag. Mars rules Scorpio. Scorpio's highest symbol is the eagle.
Oh.
Or sorry, the phoenix. But the eagle is the second symbol for Scorpio. So it makes me think that this is Mars in being positive. I don't know how I would say this. The benefic of Jupiter is impacting Mars at this angle, and where the transformation of Pluto has just impacted Mars, this could be very helpful energy. I feel Mars in a more positive way here with this configuration to Jupiter and to Pluto. They could be energizing to what's going on in your Taurus house as well.
Yeah, which is more shape-shifting.
Exactly. Now, the other elephant in the room is
lots of things.
Sorry, go ahead.
I've been having to shift lots of things in my life.
Having to what? Lots of things?
Shift.
Yeah. Do the shuffle. Yeah. We've also got the Jupiter building up to this major conjunction with Uranus. That's a big deal. And that's coming up as well. This will happen at the end of April.
Okay.
So I feel really positive about that bigger change coming.
As in a May Day kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe so.
Be fun.
It could be some very interesting change. It could be an interesting change up, right? It could be a big change. It could be a very big change. And, there's a lot, this moon is in a positive sextile with Jupiter right now. And Jupiter's also in a positive trine almost with the moon.
Yeah.
So, I don't feel like Jupiter, even though, Mars is in a rough angle with Jupiter, I'm feeling that more energetically rather than in a very negative sense. Though that, like I said, it could have an impact on whatever's going on in Taurus. If you're trying to make something bigger, it might, Mars might have a negative impact on that.
Or just bringing that transformative energy to it because it's transforming anyway. So maybe it's adding energy to the shifting that's happening in Taurus.
And part of it will have to do with our ability to both be ready for the transformation. How have we accepted it? Do we believe in the transformation? Are we delusioned about what the transformation is?
I would say if I can shift to like advice mode, given what's happening between Neptune and the Black Moon and the discussions of the potentials for delusions or deceptions or the unknown that's coming into play, that like keep in mind as we move into whatever change is happening in Taurus, that I can't know the outcome. And we can't even really know the best path forward. Like we can trust our intuition each step of the way, which is a very Neptunian thing, as well as a Black Moon thing, to trust the unknown and to just keep the dream in mind, but give up any control over the process or the path or the outcome.
Yeah, I think that's probably advice that may be very helpful to a lot of people in this situation.
Yeah.
And especially with both Saturn going through a death and rebirth and Mercury going through a death and rebirth. That means these things that perhaps you've been trying to structure underwater.
Uh,
Have you ever tried to like build something underwater? That could be a challenge right there. The structure that you've been working on is going through a transformation. Whatever Saturn is doing in Pisces for each individual, it's structuring something watery. And that structure is going through a transformation. We're talking about the transformation, or we will be talking about this transformation. Again, 4 days is when all these conjunct.
mm-hmm.
So the moon is shining a light on the buildup of Mercury, Saturn, and the sun all getting together. Mercury,
Mm-hmm.
the communication, Saturn, the structure, sun, our life force.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big deal.
Okay, so that's like mid next week,
Yeah,
right?
4
It's gonna
days,
be like
4 days.
Wednesday or something.
Right, 28th.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something that, again, I feel like we're building up to this, in that what we're doing now is going to culminate in that,
Mm.
right? It's the culmination point. The full moon is the culmination point. And in 4 days now from now, we're going to have this Saturn Mercury Sun conjunction, where when Saturn hits the sun, that's structure. Well, there it is. There it is. It's real. Structure's there. Mercury hits the sun. Well, the speech it's out there. It's communicated. So
Mm.
whatever maybe hasn't yet been communicated or hasn't yet been structured, well, it might be done in 4 days. So if you have some prep work to do, you might want to get it done. That would be my advice: is work your Saturn with it coming into this death rebirth phase. Take a look at what you might be able to structure in the watery area of Pisces in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe be willing to let go of what you can't structure. And that's where I kind of think it really ties into what you were talking about, Kat, because at a certain point we have to step back and say, well, I did what I could do.
Right. And none of us ever have all of the information.
Right.
So we can't necessarily always know what's best.
Right. The black moon is now in a positive angle with Jupiter. So what we don't know, maybe now won't hurt us. In the
Right.
future, who knows? So this is an interesting and complicated moon.
Mm.
There's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of stuff going on with 3 things opposite this moon and the Jupiter Mars square.
Yeah. Venus and Mars conjunct, Chiron and North Node conjunct.
Oh, let's look at that Venus point.
Okay. I think I read it already, but let me see if I can find it again.
Okay. And do 10 Aquarius for Venus.
Okay. During a silent hour, a man receives a new inspiration which may change his life.
Ooh. That's
Change
very Neptune and Black Moon, isn't it?
it is very Neptune and Black Moon. Look, there's more changes. A flag turns into an eagle.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Changes.
Changes. And I'm gonna move forward just a little bit here, because when does that Mars actually conjunct the Venus?
Okay.
Is it tomorrow?
You don't know.
Sorry, the internet is
Your
slow.
network? Weird internet connectivity here in the.
Really is, yeah. What's 5 Pisces? Did you already read the sun configuration?
Oh no, I did not. Ooh, a parade of army officers in full dress.
Don't like that very well.
It's a
Um,
parade though. I don't
It's a
know. I guess
parade.
they're showing off. They're just showing off.
I'm just trying to see when these two guys conjunct.
Are you still looking on Mars and
Yeah,
Venus? Oh,
I think they're,
they're
I'll,
pulling away from each other, huh?
yeah, I've missed it somehow. I don't want to do it right now and take all this time. It's
No,
too
it's
irritating for
okay.
people, I'm sure.
I
So
think they're conjunct right now,
they
is
are
what we're saying.
definitely conjunct right now. I was going to see when they were
Okay.
exact, but they
Yeah.
are definitely conjunct right now, and going to remain conjunct for some little bit of time. Um, this is the conjunction that's in my mind kind of a big deal. I've been anticipating this since last August when Venus started chasing Mars.
Right. I remember talking about all this.
Right.
Apparently, they pretty much catch up at during a silent hour. A man receives a new inspiration, which may change his life.
Yeah. And that
May,
transformation from the flag to the eagle
right?
in the sign of the people,
Yeah.
that's pretty interesting. Yeah. Let's see what kind of transformations, both personally and on a world level, we see over the next week or so. This could be really fascinating
Hmm.
to see how this impacts on everyone.
Yeah.
And what was 9? You already read 9 because that's where everything was.
Yeah.
What about our Chiron conjunct the node? What's 16 degrees of Aries?
Two prim spinsters sitting together in silence. So it's another silent hour.
Another silent hour.
Oh, two silent hours. Okay, everybody, get your meditations going. And a silent hour, you receive spiritual energies that may change your life.
Exactly.
Some full moon silent hours are called for.
Time for introspection.
Yeah, so says North Node Chiron.
Yeah, and that would be a very Neptune
And
black moon.
Venus conjunct Mars.
Yeah. So what about 5 Virgo for the moon?
Didn't I read that?
I can't remember. I know you did 5 Pisces for the
Oh,
sun.
yeah, I did because it's a merry-go-round.
Oh, right, a merry-go-round. You did that right up front. Uh-huh. And what was, sorry, 5 Pisces for the sun again? That's our opposition. A merry-go-round opposite.
A parade of army officers in
Right,
full
the parade
dress,
of popular. Oh,
which is very merry-go-roundish.
very merry-go-roundish.
I mean, these fucking wars.
I know,
No
right?
need for this. There's no need for this. It's a
No,
merry-go-round and it has to stop.
it has to stop.
It
It
has
has
to
to
stop.
stop. There's time for a transformation here.
Time to turn
Yep.
a flag. No more fucking flags. Don't need them.
Time for a
More
change.
eagles.
Uh-huh. Some introspection, some healing, and moving towards something else in the future.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any final thoughts on our, I'm gonna switch it, stop our share and come back.
I mean, I'm going to spend some time in silent meditation, uh, contemplating shape-shifting and also getting in tune with the reality that I don't know everything, can't know everything, will never know everything, and don't have the answers.
That is a very appropriate philosophical approach, right? And working on that would be really helpful for me. And I think I'm going to join you in this. I'm Virgo sun, which is going to be exactly opposite this moon,
Woo.
right? Or this sun Mercury uh Saturn conjunction. And others who are Capricorn or Taurus are going to be at hard angles to this
Mm,
Saturn Mercury Sun conjunction. So as Saturn and Mercury go through their death rebirth process, this could feel like a low energy, confusing time.
mhm.
That I think so. I'm going to piggyback on what you said. This is a good time for like meditation and introspection, and come back to those things that comfort and ground you,
Mm.
especially if you're a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, because this could have a real, kind of heavy effect
Yeah.
for a week or two here as we move beyond this, as Mercury and Saturn come into a new light, right?
Some purification.
Purification. So kind of interesting. I think that a rebirth in the sign of Pisces for Saturn could be very helpful in the long term.
Yeah. I feel like Pisces has a pretty good time right now.
Well, again, it could be heavy if you're Pisces first house and this is happening there.
Yeah.
Pisces sun might be a little heavy too, right?
Yeah.
It might not feel so great, the
It
transformation,
could
but
be clarifying though. I could see for Pisces it could be clarifying and purifying to have Saturn and Mercury at the sun in your sun sign. They might have it the
being
best at the
clear
moment. I
at
don't
the
know.
end of this, yeah, at the end of this, there's a clarity that's going to come and a restructuring that's going to make more sense.
Yeah, but is that coming after the summer solstice?
Yeah, no, that's what I say. This could be kind of time where, oh, that's not working, but it could take us till August to figure out why. Yeah, we'll have to see. Give us some comments below and let us know how this moon is feeling for you. I'm curious. Curious to know
Yeah.
how people are feeling about this moon. So, well, anyway, enjoy your Virgo full moon to the best of your ability.
I mean, for us, it's Saturday night, and who doesn't love a full moon on a Saturday night?
Full moon on a Saturday night. There you go. Take
Right?
what you get from it, get some meditation in there, take time to yourself.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll see you guys on the new moon.
Bye.
Bye.